my gosh, the Brooklyn Nets, Blake. This is talk about an amazing team that seems to be getting more and more amazing. How did you wind up with the Nets? Was it as simple as you're seeing what they're putting together and you wanted to go give yourself a best shot at a ring right now, or were there other teams that are in the mix for a championship that you had a chance to hook up with? If you wouldn't walk
Yeah,
me through the process.
there was definitely other teams. It wasn't an easy decision by any means, but I've known KD, James, DeAndre, obviously, and Kai for a long time, and you always think about playing with different guys, and ultimately just made the decision that I thought was best for myself. I'm excited for the opportunity. I mean, obviously they're a great team, and I'm happy to be a part of that organization.
And so, did any of those guys reach out to you and hit you on your phone? And was there any recruiting that went down? That I don't know.
Well, not until the appropriate time because
Of
that was
course.
tampering. But yeah, I
Yeah.
spoke to some.
Well, I guess when you were bought out, when the buyout hit and you were free, I mean, they were able to hit you up and start talking to you on that front. Did they do that? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I talked to from all the teams. I talked to several guys. So yeah, it was like I said, it was a tough decision.
Sure.
I just went with what I thought was best.
How do you think it's going to work? I mean, what is your role? I imagine you've spoken to Steve Nash already. What is the role that you have? Do you think?
I have. I think they need a four. And sometimes they'll play a small ball five, and I'm there to help however I can. I think at this point in my career, I've able to sort of fit sort of different roles, and you know, my whole goal is to help this team win like every year, but obviously, the teams that I was looking at, they're real chances to do that. So I was appreciative of all the teams, but I'm excited to be a net.
Of course. And how many teams were there? I don't want to obviously don't want to put you in a position to name names, but how many grand total teams were there? Like,
I like at the sort of end of it, I narrowed it down to four teams. So all four great teams and great organizations, but like I keep saying, tried to make the right decision.
okay. And then before we again move to double cross with Blake Griffin, if I had told you when you left the Clippers that you'd be teammates with DeAndre Jordan once again one day, but you'd also be teammates at the same time with Harden, Durant, and Kyrie Irving, you would have told me what?
Um, when I left the Clippers, honestly, I would have been like, on, anything can happen after this happens. So I guess I'd be inclined to believe it. Anything can happen in this league. So now we're here.
So I guess throwing Steve Nash on as the coach is the cherry on top. That still wouldn't phase you.
No,
I
so
mean,
I'd still believe it. I'd still believe it. I'd still believe. I mean, just keep throwing more. I'd
no,
still
it's just insane though. It really is when you put it all together, Blake. It really
no,
is.
it is. In all seriousness, that just seems like it would never happen. Especially because at the time, like everybody's in different spots.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So for it to first come together where it's Katie and Kyrie and then, James and, Steve coming in the summer, yeah, it is nuts. I was mostly kidding, but at the same time, that is this league that we're in today. You see crazy stuff happen.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.